reconstruction, redesign, and remodeling. That is the theme for your week. Now, this is the message for all signs, the whole collective, all 12 zodiac signs. What I felt when what I saw when I felt the energy behind the cards for your week was a bridge, some blocks, a pen, a lot of design stuff, construction stuff, and then the last thing I saw was a butterfly. So there's a sense of fixing things up, construction and design, civic projects, for the sake of making things nicer, for the sake of remodeling. Knight of Cups, that is making things look nicer, that is making things look more appealing. So maybe some of you guys are engaged in remodeling, some of you guys are doing some touching things up, reconstruction. Maybe that's a theme for your week, like in terms of that's projects you got going on in your house, stuff that's going on at work, stuff like that. Now, if it isn't a specific project, then the theme is just talking about, you know, fixing up, making things look nicer than they are, fixing up your house, moving around furniture around to make the room feel like it's been remodeled, right? So this might be something you consider this week because that's the energy. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is what's going through your mind. Page of Swords is it's what's coming out of your mouth. Okay, so that's what's in your brain. That's what's coming out your mouth. And then the Queen of Pentacles is actually you being kind of like the wealthy benefactor who's paying to get the remodeling done. You're not necessarily the workman there to do the remodeling. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are just getting your kitchen remodeled, and here's the Page of Pentacles, which is the dude that you hired to do the job, and he's there. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we have Four of Cups. Four of Cups with the Empress. Yeah, this is a lot of pointing and saying, I'd like this over there. I'd like this over there. I'd like that shifted a little to the left. You know, this is not you doing the grunt work with the Four of Cups and the Empress. This is you just deciding how you want things to be, deciding how you want things to look specifically because it's the Empress. So there's definitely a whole lot of consideration on how things appear this week. How maybe you just really you want things to look nice this week. You want your house to look nice this week. You're trying to get your office to look, you know, nicer. It's like a cubicle, but you're decorating it. You know, something to that effect. Maybe that's going on for you this week. All right, let's pull Oracle cards and see if we get more information for you. What else is going on for the collective? What else is going to be happening? Tell me more about these remodeling, design projects. It's almost like, this could be like gardening too, like you're really putting effort into how your garden looks, like specific, because there's the design, right? I want this to go here, I want that to go there, and I want that to go there, and that's what you're telling your landscaper. Let's see, what else? Tell me more about what's going on here for all signs, the whole collective. What else? Oh, okay, there we go. The Princess. The Knight. So funny. So we get those two same characters from before. The Princess and the Knight here are actually kind of similar, in this case, to the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles from before. The Knight is the person who's busy doing the thing, and the Princess is the person who's sitting pretty, right? Who's sitting pretty, maybe just being asked how they would like it to be done. Now, honey, this person is trying to please this person, or someone's trying to please someone else and do things the way they want it. But this person, the Princess, like I said, they're not a hands-on person. They're just telling somebody else what to do. Maybe some of the things they want are not possible. So we got the Ship and the Coal here. So some of these remodeling, these things that this person wants, now maybe you are the guy who's doing the work, you know, and you're dealing with the customer who is just telling you how they want it, but what they want is like far-fetched. It's like crazy. It doesn't seem possible. Like, because they have no idea how the job's done, you know? They don't know anything about carpentry. They don't know anything about construction. So they just kind of imagine what they want, and then, I would love things to be like this, and the other person's like, that's not possible. That's crazy. On the bottom, we have Virgo. Underneath that, the Manticore. So this person might be a little anal retentive. They want things specifically a certain way, and it's annoying. It's like I said, it doesn't seem plausible the way they want. Either they're being too specific, too anal retentive, or what they want is just far-fetched, okay? So take that into consideration. If you're the person who is having somebody do work on your house, maybe the things you want done are kind of too much, you know? They're not realistic. They're just not realistic. The next card on the top, I just want to take a peek here, is the Chair, which is, again, talking about how the princess is sitting. One person's just sitting, you know? They don't really know much about the work itself. They're just like, I'd like that, like that. So let's see what we get for advice for you guys. Whether you are the worker, whether you are the contractor, whether you're the princess, or whether you're the knight. Let's see if we get some advice for you guys. I'm kind of getting the vibe that maybe compromises might be in order here, so that it's more realistic, and you know, there's a meeting in the middle kind of vibe. Let's see. The Magician, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So there are choices to be made, you know? So if you hired, let's say you hired somebody to remodel your house, they're gonna be asking you a lot of questions. You have a lot of questions to answer because you hired them, so you have the options. Two of Wands is the options. The Magician is the fact that you are, it's what you want that's being made reality. That's the Magician. Now the Four of Swords. Either you guys have been wishy-washy, or you're not sure what you want, or this is an ongoing process. Four of Swords, where they're constantly asking you in this process of remodeling, wherever this is happening in your life, how you'd like it. You know, it's an ongoing thing, and there's ongoing questions. That's what this is telling me. Four of Swords, Two of Wands with the Magician. On the bottom, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, there's just a lot to be said for where things should go and how things should be. Now, the advice here is, I think that is to give your input, okay? Because this is advice. So give your input. Be available. There are questions that need answering. These people, they got questions, and if you're not there to answer them, maybe they'll come up with do whatever, right? The advice here is to make yourself available so that you can answer questions, so that, because like I said, it's like you're at the center of it. You're at the center of it, and if you're not there to answer questions, then the questions go unanswered. Let's see what happens when questions don't they don't know what to do. If you're not there to answer questions, the people who are making this remodeling thing happen, they're stressed out. You're stressing other people out because you have all these things that you want, but you're not clear about it, or you're not present, or you just have far-fetched demands, okay? On the bottom is the Ten of Cups, which is kind of like be more accommodating. Be more accommodating. If you're the princess, if you're the Queen of Pentacles / princess from before, be more accommodating. Don't be a Karen, okay? Don't be a Karen. That's the Ten of Cups with the Five of Swords. Like, I want the world card. I want the world card. And you're making life a living hell, Three of Swords for these other people. Don't be a Karen, because you are stressing these people out. Someone's stressing somebody else out by being too expecting the world. I tried to shuffle and the world came back out. Expecting the world from this other party. It's unreasonable, right? Let's see what we get for advice for the Oracle. Anything else here before we close this out? Any last advice? Any last advice here for everybody, all signs? So everybody's going to be feeling a little bit of this, you know? On some level. Maybe you're just an observer. Maybe your neighbor's getting remodeling done, right? Because this is general. So you're just going to be seeing, some people are going to be witnessing it. Some people are going to be participating in it. Let's see. Anything else here for the collective? Anything else? Cancer. Again, Cancer is kindness. Cancer is hospitality. So if you got construction crew working in your house, be kind to them. Offer them a frickin' drink. Pisces, the drink, you know, Pisces is water. It is also kind of like relaxation. Offer them, together, this really says hospitality. Offer them a drink, offer them to have a seat, offer them a place to cool off. Whoever it is that is doing the remodeling for you, or if you are the remodeler, then, you're due some hospitality. You're working your ass off, and you're working with people who kind of suck, or who expect a lot. So you need a break. Or if you're like, let's say, give yourself a break. If you're the person who's working on the job, you deserve a break. You deserve time in the shade. That's Cancer and Pisces. On the bottom, we have the number 3. The number 3 is all about working with people rather than being a Karen, right? Where you demand things from people, working with people. Leo, making it fun, making it enjoyable, taking the edge off, right? All of these things are like advice on how to deal with, on how to treat these people, how to treat anyone who is doing the grunt work for you. For you. Even on a general level. Anybody who's working for you, I mean, if they're working their ass off, this is how you should treat them. With hospitality. And that's the advice. Okay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That is your reading for the week for all signs. If you guys want to come back and see more readings, I'm going to start with, the next sign. Probably tomorrow. So subscribe to the channel. Follow the channel so you don't miss these. That'll see you next time.